Before there was a Rosa Parks, there was a Claudette Colvin. Claudette Colvin was a 15-year-old girl who refused to move to the back of the bus 9 months before Rosa Parks. Only a few knew that a handful of black women refused their seats. They were usually fined and you heard nothing more about it. But Claudette Colvin was the first to challenge the law. Claudette was born on September 5, 1939 in Montgomery, Alabama. She was an adopted child of C.P. Colvin and Mary Ann. Montgomery was the worst place to live when you were black, followed by Mississippi and Arkansas. Everything was heavily segregated and almost everyone was racist. Claudette had experienced firsthand what oppression felt like, so naturally she grew into the headstrong, defiant girl who would fight for what she believed in. Growing up in poverty didn't stop Claudette from making straight A's in school. She hoped that one day she would become president. On March 2nd, 1955, Claudette was riding home on the bus after school with her friends when the bus driver told her to give up her and her three friends' seat so that one white passenger can sit down. She refused, saying, "It's my constitutional right to sit here as much as that lady. I paid my fare. It's my constitutional right." The police was called and Claudette got arrested for violating laws and disruption of peace and assault. Fearing retaliation, her family decided to keep quiet, and even the civil rights leaders hesitated in making her an icon for the movement. 9 months later, Rosa Parks came along with a similar incident. As for Claudette Colvin, this incident earned her too much infamy, and she had to drop out of school. In court, Colvin opposed the segregation law by declaring herself not guilty. The court, however, ruled against her and put her on probation. Despite the light sentence, Colvin could not escape the court of public opinion. The once quiet student was branded a troublemaker by some, and she had to drop out of college. Her reputation also made it impossible for her to find a job. In 1956, Claudette became a petitioner in the Bowder v. Gale case. She tested along with four other people. This resulted in the declaration that made bus segregation laws unconstitutional in 1956. 2 years later, Claudette moved to New York where she had her second son. She became a nurse's aide in Manhattan Nursing Home. She retired in 2004. Much of the writing on civil rights history in Montgomery has focused on the arrest of Parks, another woman who refused to give up her seat on the bus 9 months after Colvin. While Parks has been heralded as a civil rights heroine, Colvin's story has received little notice. Some are trying to change that. Rita Dove penned the poem Claudette Colvin Goes to Work, which later becomes a song. Phillips Hughes also writes about her in the young adult biography Claudette Colvin, Twice Towards Justice. While her role in the fight to end segregation in Montgomery may not be widely recognized, Colvin helped advance civil rights efforts in the city.